Dalia Fahmy, who is Associate Professor of Political Science at Long Island University, Brooklyn. Dalia, good to have you with us. So looking at the plan for this proposed Palestinian state, it more than doubles the territory which the Palestinians have. It connects Gaza to the West Bank and it gives them East Jerusalem as a capital. Is this a credible proposal?
I'm not sure that's exactly what it says. It's some part of East Jerusalem, because all of Jerusalem will be the capital of Israel. The language is misleading. It's not clear what it is. But if you take a longer view or a step back, in order for there to be a credible commitment in terms of a resolution, all parties have to be at the table. And since 2017, the Palestinians have not been at the table. If we look at what the Trump administration has done in the past couple of months, from the annexation of Jordan Valley or the Golan Heights, the moving of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, the recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and last November when Secretary of State Pompeo said that reversing decades-old U.S. policy, that settlements are not illegal according to international law, that will be recognized by the United States. Today you have a deal of the century, so-called, that was released without any pre-vetting from much of the international community. It was released in a series of two announcements and then documents. And it's not clear where it is to lead, because it's not clear that the people have to need buy-in or part of the process. Now, if you look at what's happened to the Palestinians in the past couple of months, when they refused to, when Pompeo's recognition of Israeli settlements and they withdrew, the U.S. put really punishing food cuts and aid cuts on the Palestinian people. So what's happened to the United States in the past 2-3 years is that it's no longer seen as a credible, neutral, third-party player in the peace process.
Okay, therefore, just to move the argument on, what is it that Palestinians can do then to stop this plan or parts of this plan being implemented? And do they have the support of other Arab states to do that?
Well, what we did not see in the room today were people from the delegations of Egypt or Saudi Arabia, people who countries who we think are pillars of stability in the region. And the absence is quite telling, because usually you need the Saudi buy-in, the Egyptian buy-in, or them to be in keeping with what the United States wants, so that they actually sell it to the Arab people. I think their absence and the fact that this comes at a really critical time period. You're looking at two world leaders, President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu, who are dealing with really interesting domestic politics. While President Trump was announcing the deal of the century, just down the street, his impeachment trial was happening. Just today, the Knesset was to argue Prime Minister Netanyahu's immunity deal. And when he withdrew it, knowing the Knesset would probably not pass it because he's facing major corruption and bribery charges, you're seeing two international leaders play their domestic politics out on the world stage. It's not the first time it's happened in history. President Nixon did it during his impeachment. President Clinton did it during his impeachment, both also in the Middle East. And so we're seeing a deal that's not really a deal, because there are no partners in the deal. There is no international community buy-in, but what we're really seeing is domestic politics playing out in the international world stage.
Dalia, good to get your thoughts there. Thank you for joining us, Dalia Fahmy there.